is Muen Wei, and I'm so excited to share some practice tips with you guys. So I'm going to be honest with you. I hate practice just as much as you do. Nobody likes practice, and I especially don't like, repetition. And because sometimes it just gets bored. So I just want to share a little bit of how I practice, and possibly that can help you to cut down your time that you spend in your practice room, and probably you can get some life outside of the practice room. So the first thing I notice is, when do I, practice most effectively is the day before my recital, the day before my lesson, the day before my jury. So that means that, I work best when I have a deadline. So that means that if I want to practice effectively every single day, that I need to create some deadline every day for myself. So here's what I do. Every day when I open my eyes, and I will write down, I will take a look at my schedule. So I have this 20 minutes in my schedule that is open. So, okay, I can probably do something there. And I'm going to assign a task right there. Okay, I'm going to practice this particular passage that I've been struggling with, over the last 3 weeks. So that's what I'm going to do. And that 20 minutes is my deadline. So I have a very short deadline. And of course, I know that I will have a bigger deadline. Now, secondly, I want to talk about how we can use the knowledge that we learn in the music classrooms to help our practice. So this is a very simple second movement of the Diabelli Sonatina. So if my goal is to memorize this passage in the next 20 minutes, how am I going to do that? So the most effective way is when you practice, when you're very excited about what you're practicing for. You like that music, and you really want to play that piece of music. So I will listen to multiple recordings by different performers, and then I will okay, I like this performance. I probably don't like that guy. And then because that guy did something weird that I don't like, and this guy, oh my God, he's so good because he did it beautifully. So I want to do that. So I know exactly how I want to sound like. So I have something in mind that I want to do. Now I'm going to take a look at the music, and I'm going to analyze it a little bit. So this piece, just by looking at it, it's pretty simple. So it has something very repetitive. So you have the right hand melody. And then the melody kind of repeats. So the second phrase is pretty much a repetition from the first phrase with a little variation. So that way I can just know what's the same and what's different, and our brain likes that, because if you know what's the same, you can learn quickly. Now, a lot of people say, okay, I have no problem memorizing my right hand because I know the melody, but I just take forever to memorize my left hand. So let's see if we can take a look at the left hand. So the left hand has a couple block chords. So then I was like, okay, wait a minute. Look at just the bass now. So the left hand is just basically an ascending line. So I'm trying to, every time when I learn a piece, I try to find the pattern first before I even go into any sort of practice. Because when I have a pattern and I know where I'm going, that's when I practice most effectively. If you know your harmonic progression, it's a little bit easier to predict where the music is going. And it saves you a little bit of practice time. You don't have to repeat it 100 times in order to memorize a certain piece.